Sydney, Australia, February 10, 2025.
Thanks, mate. Lunchtime in Sydney at the moment. Hey.
A severe thunderstorm has drenched Sydney, with the massive downpours and life-threatening floods flooding, inundating roads and disrupting public transport. The large weather system passed over the Blue Mountains and Western Sydney by late morning and hit the city about midday, with people warned to stay indoors. The storm dumped 87.8 millimeters and Horsley Park in Western Sydney. More than 52 millimeters drenched Observatory Hill in the city, while 45.6 millimeters were recorded in Penrith. Roads across Sydney were flooded with knee-high water, including Bridge Road near the Fish Market at Riverstone in the city's northwest and Rushcutters Bay in the east. The storm also left Sydney's public transport on its knees. Light rail services on the L2 Greenwich and L3 Kingsworth line were closed due to the flooding. Flooding at Strathfield railway station also led to delays across multiple train lines.
Sembra notte.
Further thunderstorm could hit Sydney into the late afternoon and evening. The Bureau of Meteorology is predicting the chance of less severe thunderstorms on Tuesday before conditions ease on Wednesday. The Bureau warned that Gosford, Sydney, Orange, Katoomba, Dabo and Parkes were of particular concern. Early on Monday morning, the storm dumped an extraordinary amount of hail onto Hardin, a small town near Cootamundra, leaving it blanketed with a layer of ice. Shops and homes were flooded, windows were smashed.
Yeah, fucking day for it.
The thunderstorms are forming on a surface trough in a moist, unstable air mass in inland NSW, with an upper trough moving them across the state towards the coast. The State Emergency Service has responded to more than 550 calls for help as the watch thunderstorms drenched large part of the state. Most of the callouts were in Sydney, where there were more than 20 floats rescuing involving drivers stuck in the floodwaters. Emergency services have rescued several people trapped in floodwaters across Sydney as a wild thunderstorm hit the city and large parts of the NS. The storm dropped approximately 80 millimeters of rain across the city in an hour and a half, causing widespread flash flooding. Earlier today, the storm front forced the closures of several schools in a riverine region, where one person was rescued from floodwaters at Hardin near Cootamundra. Nearly 50 millimeters of rain fell in a space of 30 minutes in Marambura, which caused flash flooding in the town center. Hardin Post Office licensee Michelle Gallo said the storm hit the area at about 6 a.m. The hail force of it ended up smashing windows in a post office. Gutters overflowed, We've got water damage coming through walls. The route out the front was probably without knee-high, a meter under water and ice. The meteorologist said residents and the council were working together to clean up the town, which looked like Canada. We've got council out there doing a fantastic job, cleaning footpaths, pulling the ice away from their doors, using the loader to scrape the road so people can actually get through, the meteorologist said. SES volunteers have been helping hardened residents clean up debris and other storm damage. SES Media Coordinator Emily Barton said local teams responded to more than 80 calls for assistance in the past 24 hours. Most of the jobs in Hardin are mainly for damaged roofs due to the hail, rain, and debris lots of trees down. Ms. Barton said the cleanup would continue throughout Monday and potentially into the early hours of Tuesday morning. They are expecting quite widespread, unsettled conditions across NSW this week, so people should monitor the Bureau of Meteorology.
Look at that water.
Grid and Andrew Energy reported more than 12,000 customers in the Sydney area were without power. The Bureau of Meteorology has issued a warning about severe thunderstorms forming on a surface through in a moist, unstable air mass in inland NSW.
It is dead set flooding. Look at this, we've got waves up in here. Oh my lord, let's go.
It said residents in areas including Orange, Bathurst, Tamworth, and Dabo should monitor conditions, with the forecast predicting possible heavy rainfall, damaging winds, and large hailstones.
Kasi mainit kanina, kaya pag umulan bigla, for sure may hailstorm yan.